Let me share the story with you that was very pivotal for me. And this happened many years ago. So at that time, I'm married. I have 2 children in grade school. And I have my consulting business. And I love doing management consulting. It's really fun, just like many of you. I love doing design work. It's really fun. And then you start to get really good, and you start to get referrals, and then all of a sudden you got a lot of calls, right? And you've got a lot of business. And so here I am doing it by myself with maybe, as a couple of outsourced sources, and all of a sudden people keep calling me. Can you do this job? Can you do that job? Help in this company and help in that company. So I'm taking on a lot. But I'm loving what I do, but I'm taking on a lot. And then I have a business trip coming up, and it was that night. That the trip was like the next day, and I was flying out. And I had so many things I had to get done before the trip. And it was also really close to the holidays, almost kind of like now, where it's like, okay, what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? Do I have some decorations? Are people coming over for Christmas? Do I have to get the kids Christmas presents? All these things are going through my head, right? So it's like my job, tons of deadlines, things that have to get done, things that I have to do, my family, the kids. I'm going away on a business trip. I need to make sure that they're all taken care of for school. And I'm just really in that state of complete overwhelm, and I'm like, I don't think I can get everything done. You ever had that feeling? Maybe you had it right before you came here. It's like, I don't think I can get, and it was really, I felt really bad, and mad. I was mad, felt bad, like, I don't think I can get everything done. What's gonna happen? Like, I don't know what I know I can't do it all, so I have to let something go, and I don't know what to let go, right? And I'm just like, in that state. It's just like, and I can't even remember all the things I'm supposed to remember, but I have to get on a plane tomorrow, and I got my bag packed, and I got to meet these deadlines, and I got to write these reports and do these things. So at the end of that day, I'm going to bed that night. And a friend of mine had given me a book that year, and it was called A Year with Rumi. And Rumi is a 13th century Persian poet. He's also considered the most widely read poet on the planet, which is amazing. And interesting. So when she gave me the book, I'm like, oh, that sounds pretty interesting. I like poetry. I like, opening. And I thought, well, she goes, this is kind of a nice book. You put it on your nightstand, and then before you go to bed, you read, an excerpt, one day. It's like 365 days in there, and put you in a good mood when you go to bed. And I say, okay, great. So I've been doing that all year and enjoying Rumi. And so that night, I'm going to bed. I'm like, I pick up Rumi. I always open to any random page there is. And I open up to this page, and it says, there's only one thing you need to do while you're on earth. Just one thing. And if you do that one thing and nothing else, no worries, everything's great. But if you don't do that one thing and you do everything else, your life has no value. And I went, whoa, what's that one thing? And I thought, And then, of course, this is like a metaphor. I said, I'm going to put this book down, and I'm going to ask what that one thing is. Because I'd hate and I was thinking, there's so many things. I'm doing so much. I'm doing so much for my business and my clients. And yes, I love helping my clients be more profitable, efficient, effective, happy, all those things. But I also have my whole family to take care of, right? And all these other areas. And so I put the book down, I close my eyes, and I say, I'm going to close my eyes, I'm going to connect to my inner self, and I'm going to ask that question. I'm going to say, what's the one thing that I must do in this life? And immediately an answer came. And the answer was, be love. Out of nowhere, right? You know what that's like. Be love. And I thought, wow. First I was impressed, like an answer came immediately out of nowhere. I was like, whoa. And then be love, I thought to myself, I'm a loving person. You guys, people that know me, it's like in general, I'm kind of a loving person. Like, I'm okay, I'm kind of a loving person. And then the answer came again. Be love in every moment. In every moment. Be love in every moment. And I started to cry. It still makes me cry whenever I tell this story. I started to cry because as I was getting ready for this trip and working under the stress and deadline of all of these projects and things, I wasn't very nice the past day or two to my family, the people that you love the most, right? I was short, I was curt, I was directive, I was bossy, I wasn't patient with my kids. I didn't take an extra time to give them a smile and a hug. It was like, mommy's in stress mode. Step back. It'll be okay, kids. And so I just thought, whoa, whoa, and you know, not that you could say this is random, you know, maybe this isn't real, whatever, but what's interesting is when you get a knowing, when you hear a message for yourself and you feel it in every cell of your body, you know it's truth. So for me, that message for me, for this individual human that came to this planet, it was real, it was truth. And so I had to go to bed because I got to get that plane the next morning, and I said to myself, I need to change my life. I want to be love in every moment. I don't want to just be a loving person. I want to be love. I want to show up as love. I want to be that. And I can't be that with these many clients. I can't be that making these many dinners and these many decorations and buying this many presents and having this many holiday parties. I can't. And it was really clear. And so I said, okay. And that's when I started to sit down and redesign my life and say, what, you know, my life was like this. I'm like, I need to bring it in, and I need to keep bringing it in until I can be love in every moment. And we all know what that's like. Like, for the most part, we're all good, right? We're like living life, we're doing things, we're feeling good. But there's a moment when too many things get added, and you can't be your normal loving self. So that was a very pivotal moment in my life.